Like, I'm done gearing. I just need to level up my skills, which means I need the blue stones and pages. That's it. There's nothing else I need in this game. So you're maxed out? Yeah, I'm pretty much maxed out. Until tier 2. But my skills, if you look, are like level 5 epic is max. That's level 4 is what I actually use. Yeah, I gotta level that shit up. I forgot. I've been playing this game for like the past 3 weeks autistically, but I haven't really streamed it at all. So none of my viewers have any idea how this game works. I just now realized that. I'm used to like every game I usually play to have been streamed. That sucks. I'm not sure why a free-to-player would like to play a free-to-play game. Yeah, you can swipe pretty hard. Absolutely can. I don't know how crazy geared the top guilds are on like the early access servers, but the early access servers are like twice as expensive because everyone there has money since they like paid for early access. We're not on the early access server, so everything's like 100 times cheaper here. It's great. In fact, things are so expensive on the early access servers because everyone has so much more money that the meta is you level an alt on the early access servers just to like do dungeons and sell things and make money for your main on the free-to-play server. Kind of funny how that works. Since Lucen is account bound, right? I'm not gonna do that. That's interesting. Yeah. It's But I will say, I don't think I've ever played a game, and maybe this is just my shitty experience. I've never played an MMO. It's probably just my shitty experience of playing WoW. But I've never played an MMO where the large-scale PvP was this good. Ever. It's like 1,000 people with so much less lag than you'd think. It's so sick. So that's why I like the game a lot. Like, I've actually queued maybe 5 minutes of arena because it doesn't, that's not what the game is. Who cares? So far I've spent 1,300 on my tokens. I want to spend like 3,000 more and I'll feel better. Are you playing on a dead server? I think we are, actually. It's not dead, but I don't think it's... I haven't really watched any other Throne and Liberty streamers. I don't know what the other servers look like. But also, this isn't really a populated area unless it's nighttime. Then it's crazy. You get crazy PvP fights on the island at night, which I love going to. Oh. Guess I'll never cast. It's okay. I don't mind being stunned forever. Jesus. All right, let me grab more contracts here. Hang the heck on. Looking for Butcher. That was a shit one I shouldn't have accepted. Unlucky. Magic crystal flowers. Fuck you. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. There we go. Sure. Massive burst here. Never mind. Mm-mm. What weapons do you have? Tevin. Both. I'm a freak. If I had $5,000 million, that's not even a number, but if I did, there's not a single piece of gear I'd replace. That's my gear. Is tank useless? No, tanks are the best class in the or race in the game. Race, class, whatever. A lot of people call this game Throne and Tanks and Liberty because tanks are that good. Tanks aren't fun in large scale. Yes, they are. Well, maybe they're not fun, but they win, so they're crazy. After I finish these, like I get down to 15,000 abyssal contracts, I'll talk about like what you do in the game from a noob's dumb fuck perspective. It's a really weird game. Like being a WoW player, it's weird. Like seeing tanks and large scale, it's very, very different. Okay. Like right now, I'm just trying to farm these mobs. So in the top right, you have these abyssal contract tokens. You basically get these through just playing the game. Pretty much everything gives you these. And they can stack up to 20k. With those, these mobs we're killing, along with like there's other locations. Basically, it spins these coins and makes these guys drop loot. That's it. So every now and then you want to like, oh, I've got a bunch of coins. Let me go spin them. And you can go to like 8 different places. And you just kill mobs. And they just drop a fuck ton of loot. So I'm capped out. I want to make sure this goes down so I'm not, you know, wasting abyssal coins. Also, Master XP, which you're right. Let me use my book. I'm dumb. What is it that gives mastery? I'm dumb as fuck. Mastery bonus. Fuck it, we'll use this. That works. And then books. So dumb for not doing that. Holy fuck, this pool's massive. Okay, massive snipe. Into CD reset into another massive snipe. Okay, can't play the game. Love it. That snipe is literally a Thanos snap. Just deletes people. Why are you doing this if you're Biss? Because you can't buy everything in the game. What I can't buy is weapon mastery. You see these are like level 13 and shit. You You can't buy that, and you can't level up your skills. So example, I want to level this up. I need more of these books. Can't buy that. You gotta play the game. I know, it's bullshit, but... Sigh. You gotta play. It's a skip for me, dog. I know. I thought about quitting, but I've already swiped so much. Fattest arrow I've ever sent out. Oh, the butcher's up. Nice. Bow dagger looks fun. It's actually so fun. In like big scale PvP, I'm the damage for one of. I want to say it's longbow, staff, and crossbows are the damage. Crossbows are like stealth bombers to try and just sneak in and blow people up. Mages are like... I don't want to say they're worse longbows in large scale. They're just different. Nice. Do tanks not have a taunt in this game? No. But basically tank's job is to walk up to the front and just sit there menacingly and just take all the hits. So there's like hit caps for a lot of AoE stuff, so like flash arrow. I didn't know this, but flash arrow can only hit 16 people. Like it can't hit more than that. So if the tanks are all standing there in the front, they're gonna absorb all of the hits of flash arrow. Even if you shoot behind them and hit the back line with your flash arrow, it doesn't matter, because the tanks are gonna absorb all of it. They have multiple taunts. What does taunt do in PvP? Makes you target them? Does it? Oh. See, I suck. I don't even know these things. I have no clue. I don't know what other classes do. I haven't really queued Arena, so I haven't like sat there and figured out what this class does. Right? I know what my job is. My job is to flash arrow and kill people. How much did you swipe? I don't know. I would guess probably like 6K, 7K total. USD? Yes, sir. Maybe more than that. If I had to guess, it's actually probably more than that. What'd you get? So the boss that we're gonna do today, it's called Tevin. Tevin, I don't know the details, but it's like every week there's a world boss or an arc boss. This arc boss drops weapons that are f***ing crazy. Usually like 3 or 4 drop per time you kill it. And these weapons can be sold in the auction house. They sell for thousands. There's only so many on each server. I have both weapons, dagger and bow. Let's see how much they're selling for right now. Weapons, longbow. Look for Tevin. It's not even in the auction house. Okay, let's look at Dagger, maybe. Kevin's Fangs of Fury, 100,000. So 6,000 Lucent is $100. So whatever the math is on that, that's how much the weapon is. Those are like, nothing is even going to come a fraction to as close as expensive as like Arc Boss weapons. So Arc Boss weapons go to the end of the game. When Tier 2 comes out, these weapons actually level up with the Tier 2. That's how good Arc Boss weapons are. Like, it's not, nothing compares. How many players bought it? I don't know. I know Buddha bought like 5 for his guild. Like, he buys his fucking guildy shit. It's crazy to me. They're the #1 guild on the server. But there's a lot of things to do in the game, like, so the person with like the most, what's the word? Fuck, I'm so bad. I just do whatever people tell me to. Everything you do in this game can give shit. And the one person on the entire server with the most activity, can basically turn the game night 1 time per day. When you turn the game night, you can make zones PvP. So there's these chests that spawn literally, that's kills. See, I don't know what it is. It's something. But basically, there's these chests on this island that I'm on right now. And every single night, all the guilds show up and they battle for these chests. Is it rain? No, you're right. I'm going to be dumb. But there's things in this game to make massive battles happen, and the guilds just fight for things. It's really fun. We're pretty much always outnumbered. Sometimes we win. We usually lose. It's fun regardless. If Buddha shows up, we always lose, because Buddha's there, his guild shows up, because it increases the odds that Buddha will swipe for them. F you, Buddha. You. It's so infuriating. Oh, he messaged me. He said, watch your mouth. F you. Why don't you swipe? I do, but I'm not paying for my guild. No, I'm good. I'm just gonna swipe for myself and have fun. I'm good. All right, I need to get out of here soon. I'm gonna get the flower, and I think I'm done. We got like 30 minutes until Arc Boss, so. Oh, this is massive. Jesus. So is it sponsored? Yeah, it is. Damn, being a streamer is great. All right, I'm gonna get my flower and get out of here. Where the f is the exit? I think over there. It's Invar. Yeah, Invar is actually a f***ing Omega. He's so geared. I think he's one of our most geared players. What's my gear score? 37, 39. But don't miss this. Yes. That's a fun sound. I heard the combat is not that great in the game. What is your take? It's really fun, actually. That's my take. The one thing that really sucks in this game is, like, the game is meant to be like 70 versus 70 or 100 versus 100, and you have to make tanks be able to like actually tank that and survive to an extent. So you can imagine how good those tanks are in low scale PvP. They're unkillable. Like, actually legitimately unkillable by a solo player, no matter what gear you have. So low scale PvP is terrible. I don't like that. But again, play the game for large scale. Don't play it for low scale. But, you know, if they made tanks actually killable, like, let me bring up paint. So it's like, here's a big fight. You have different roles. How do I describe this game? I'll do a node war. So there's node wars on the game, or in the game, and they're like these big stones. And if you obtain one of these stones, your entire guild gains a buff. Like, let's say you gain, in WoW terms, 2% crit chance, right? And every 4 days or something, a guild can request to battle you and obtain the rift. All right? So let's say the rift is here. It's a big rock. And here's your whole map. Let's say you have different entrances. Like, you got an entrance here, you got an entrance here, and you have two here, and you have some random one in this corner, right? So what you do is, say you're defending it. You're going to go here. Let's do tanks will be this. Here's your tanks. And then you have your back line. Here's your damage dealers. And let's say this is their tanks. And here's their damage dealers. Actually more. Let's do like this. They're closer. So you're battling. I'm going to be in the red. So daggers, longbows are going to be like here with staves and healers, yada yada. But then you're going to have crossbow players, and their job is to basically flank. So they're going to be blue. You're going to have them find a choke. Both crossbow daggers. They basically are suicide bombers. Their job is to just dive in and just blow everyone the fuck up. And then you have healers who one heal, but also can do a massive AoE sleep. You can imagine how good that is. And you basically just plan these big 70 versus 70 fights, and it doesn't actually lag, which is insane to me. It's pretty cool. So here's my big scale PvP build. My job is this. This button is it. And that flash wave can hit up to 16 people, but it like does half their health. Tanks, it will barely hurt. Tanks want to try and absorb it. That way it doesn't hit the back line. And then this too. This button knocks everyone up in the air. And that's my job. And you best plan. And you can't stream the comms because people will listen to the comms and they'll know where you're sending your bomber group. They'll be like, oh, they're sending the bombers through here. Rotate, go over here, blah, blah, blah. And then you capture the node. But we're not doing a node war today. Today we're doing a Tevent, an Arc boss. An Arc boss is open world. Anyone can enter. You're going to have, like, let's say an entire guild is here. You're going to have an entire guild here. You're going to have an entire guild here. An entire guild there. Maybe even some smaller guild there. Groups. And everyone's trying to do damage to the boss. And your odds of getting loot are increased based on how much damage you deal to the boss. So there's times where the boss might do a mechanic like a big slam, and we'll wait for the mechanic, and then you go in and you try and wipe all of them, removing them from the loot list, essentially. So it's a big PvP fight, even though it's a, you know, a boss. So shit like that. And it's like up to 1,000 people there. It's pretty crazy. You're terrible at drawing. Yeah. 70% of contribution. Yeah, not all of it, but 70% contribution, so it's kind of crazy. Here you go here. So it just comes down to who brings more people. Yes. In almost every situation, the team that brings more people has an advantage. Guilds have a limit of having only 70 people allowed in the guild. You can't have more than 70. You can also ally yourself with 3 other guilds, which is basically one big guild. I think the biggest on the server is absolutely Buddha's guild. They actually have 4 allied guilds, and a lot of them show up. We do not have that many. I want to say we have like half. Are you well prepared? We'll see how many people show up. Like they'll have like 200, we'll have maybe 120. So yeah, we are outnumbered. It sucks, but that's the game. I think we're trying to find a guild right now to ally with. Like we have a 3rd allied guild, but they're trying to get on their feet, and then most guilds come in packages of 2. So we just don't have a 4th allied guild. We're looking for one. But I'm not in leadership, so I don't know the details on that. So now I'm going to go spend all the shit that I just made. So all the stuff I just did earned me all of these. Wow. Just 2? Are you kidding me? Not a whole lot. 4 books. Hey, 2 more and I can maybe level my camouflage cloak to level 5. How many books do you need to level up a skill? Just to show you, to give you an idea, I'll level up Ensnaring Arrow. So every time you level up, it's a gamble. 40% chance to get a common, 30% intermediate. We'll see what I get. Level up. I got a common. So that's what a common does. Unlucky. You can't fail? No, you can't fail, but getting a common is kind of a fail. That's it. That's pretty much the game. At least from my perspective. Other people have a lot more going on because they have to get their gear, they have to get extracts, they have to get all these different things. I'm done that. Or done with that. What was I going to do? Dissolve. Or lithograph, actually. No, no lithographs. Okay, so I dissolve everything in my inventory. What is that? Petrification chance? Fuck you. Goodbye. Push it to the limit. You got best trades sorted already? Yes. I'll show you my gear. I followed some max roll infinite money guide. It's like, or not max roll. It was some deity Viggy guy or some shit. And he has like, if I had infinite money, this is what I would build. And I copied that. Nice. So I got 2 Tevent weapons. I have 2 shadows. So these boots also are Tevent. Like these are Arc Boss boots. I have the 2 set, so boots and pants, which give me 14% critical damage. But then also this is the only way you can get to 50 strength, which gives me 100 heavy attack chance, which is huge. And then 70 perception, which is the highest you can get, which is huge. And 31 dexterity just to top it off. I think the chest needs to be replaced. I don't know with what though. Either that or something else. I think there's one thing that could be slightly changed.